Hi, YouTube. I'm streaming right now, but we're going to be talking about some Season of the Dawn stuff. So, you know, if you're watching this on YouTube and you liked it, you should watch me on Twitch instead. Isn't that right, chat? Yeah, it's so great over here. I can't believe how great it is. Oh, man. Oh, what is that? I got a Lamborghini for watching? That's crazy. I know. It's thanks, chat. That's what a rousing endorsement. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and watch the trailer for, it's not my first time, but the first time today, because I'm excited. It's so good.
You've been busy, Guardian. When you slew the Undying Mind, you changed the course of history. Now time is broken on Mercury. Fractured by the Legion. They intend to write a new history, a new ending to the Red War.
Scions are still disgusting.
If you're willing to help, you'll need to walk the corridors of time. And you'll need my sundial to do it. I built it so that an ally of mine could cheat death. I failed to help him, and his death remains my greatest regret.
That fist coming through that portal.
The greatest Titan who ever lived.
The new melee.
You fight like a caged animal. Triple down.
By the way, did that stake grenade just one tap somebody? I want to talk about that.
Up, up, seven, column.
Bomb.
Bring the sky down upon them.
Might have been for dramatic. Yeah, could have been. I'm not going to take any of those things as, like, sandbox. Dude, I like these thumbnails all existing, and then there's fucking JoJo in the corner. And I don't know, then there's, of course, IRL. Silliness. Shouts to JoJo. All right, real quick. Now we're going to do the thing where I typically get a little put on my spin foil hat, and I get a little knee deep in suspicion towards the trailer. All right, you know what? Listen, Asher, deleted, gone.
You've been busy, Guardian.
So first off, so a while ago I mentioned that I thought that maybe like Osiris or Saint 14 would like come out of Ikora's portal in the tower. It looks like everything is still gonna 100% happen inside of Mercury. What makes you wonder, is that portal just like kind of get like shelves in a warehouse somewhere, or is that maybe that's how you like receive a message from Osiris? He sends it through the portal to Ikora, and then we head to Mercury. I don't know. But I was thinking about that, and I thought it was kind of strange. Anyways. Bold move, assuming that warlocks who were doing this encounter have all the raid gear, says the man who only got the chess piece last week after doing the raid every single week. I see you, trailer.
When you slew the Undying Mind, you changed the course of history.
So he mentions that we changed the course of history, and is this going to be a way that they're going to retcon some things with Destiny 1 or 2 storyline that maybe they want to maybe revamp to work a little bit better in their favor? Or maybe it'll be a whole thing where that's like the Cabal's attempt to do it, to have them win the Red War and have that outcome. But I don't know. it definitely makes me interested because they could pursue that timeline of, all right, listen, a lot of the stuff we did, it all still happened, but there's like, you know, there's some weirdness. Like if there's a few tweaks and changes, you know. What if that one time where Ikora dunked that ship at the start of D2, what if she dunked on 2 ships and then there was 5 less soldiers? Would we have lost the tower? Like, just weird stuff like that. I don't know. I don't believe they're going to be doing that because I think they've already retconned a decent chunk with D2. Like, you know, I know how they talked about they kind of really wanted to make the darkness a physical being versus kind of like this metaphysical idea. And they've done that pretty well so far, so I would wager the storyline isn't going to focus on that, and instead it's going to focus on us taking down the Cabal, maybe throughout different timelines as they try to change their own history to win the Red War. That's general idea. And yeah, like the thing about Oztot, like that's the whole thing with what's that strike called? The one with the sign at the end who sends you into space. I forget that guy's name. But yeah, that's kind of what that reminds me of too. So we'll see. Yeah, Insight Terminus. Thank you.
Now time is broken on Mercury, fractured by the Legion.
I guess time is also, at least according to that statement, only broken on Mercury. So I'm curious. Well, okay, first off, I want to go back a few frames. All right. So it looks like Mercury is currently divided into past, present, future. Past being on the right where you have the luscious trees and whatnot we've seen before. We have the area that we're used to seeing in the front. And on the left, it has the area of the future, the dark future. I wonder if we're going to be turning the sundial to then have these different... Dude, what if we had quests that were about, let's say, like doing something in this area in the past, turning the sundial to where it's our current present, to enough time has passed for something to have happened, interacting with that, turning it some more to the dark future, and then using it. That reminds me a lot of like Chrono Trigger type shit, where, all right, you have to take the rainbow shell. You got to go shove it in the past in the cave somewhere, and then you got to wait 2 million years, and then you'll grab it, and then you got the rainbow sword. Like that was, I love that. So I'm curious if that's what this is going to be about, because he says that the only way to navigate the timelines is the sundial. So I wonder if this new space is going to be something that is changing over time, or it's going to be something that's player controlled. Like, can I control the sundial to where more past is showing, less future, and the normal amount of present? Or is it going to be kind of like its own weekly cycle to where it's like, this week it's mostly the past, this week it's mostly the future? I'm kind of curious about that.
Fractured by the Legion.
Also, serious Vogue vibes from this situation.
They intend to write a new history.
That could be Oztot, right? Theoretically, it has the potential to be. Maybe? I don't know. I thought about that. Solid, maybe?
New ending to the Red War.
Scion player.
If you're willing to help.
Also, that armor, I like it. It's crispy. I want to see shaders on that boy.
If you're willing to help, you'll need
By the way, that shot,
of time.
That's cinematography. I guess going back just a tad to that final shot. I'm curious if this is where like the 6-player activity is going to take place. Is in, I guess what I'll call it is like Shattered Time. You know, because you get, like I said, I get serious Vault of Glass vibes from the edge of this. And it looks like there's something over there. Maybe that'll be how we access the new event. Vault of Time. This is where you fight Dark Link. Yeah, dude, you gotta crouch to the corner and just go. That's how you beat him. You just stand in the corner and then you just stab him in the toes. Anyways. That's a Zelda 2 joke
to do it.
For those who haven't played it.
I built it so that an ally of mine could cheat death. I failed to help him, and his death remains my greatest regret.
So good. Also, I feel bad for that Vex who's just like, I'm just gonna go get some more radial area because I'm a little hungry. Oh, I won't hope nobody punches me in the like, but so good.
They call me the greatest titan who ever lived.
I love how he's Russian. Be my dad. If you play Street Fighter, that is a Shoryuken. And I won it. This looks like a cutscene to me, only because you see the strain kind of happening too. Like, I first thought it was like a playable type moment. Because, like, oh, like he just, it's the end of the cast of this. But this might be a cinematic that's going on. It also was in the way the first time. It's called the Sundial, new 6-player activity. So the Sundial, which is also kind of makes me wonder if it's not going to be a situation where we control the Sundial. It's more, you know, week over week it changes, and then maybe difficulties get added because of fighting in the future versus the past, or who knows what. So yeah, I'm curious. We don't really have any information so far. But I really hope the Sundial is more of just an activity, and I hope it's definitely like a world-changing item for Mercury. That's what I hope. That's my I pray for it. But I guess this is like a clip from the Sundial, I guess. Maybe we fight our way into it and like exit all the different times and do stuff with it. That is the new Warlock melee, which looks like it's really fast. Like, I was expecting it to be a little bit slower, but it works pretty well. It kind of reminds me of the speed of the Arc Buddy shots, except you're controlling it with your hand. I don't know if they home or not either, so should be pretty useful. But yeah, if you go back a little bit more, you can see the start of this. Like, you can definitely see 6 people here. Yeah. Oh, I see 5. Where's the last person? Aw, man. There's got to be 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is one, like, hiding behind the other? Nope. Weird. Wait a minute. That's a champion. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
You fight like a caged animal.
Bah! So they mentioned exotic quests and then show this. And this strikes to me like a puzzle room, which... oh boy. Sparrows are Mercury, by the way. I guess I assume this is the new exotic quest item, which is not the same thing as the exotic scout that comes with the season pass, which I will get to later. Thank you, Monty. Thank you, Kev. I love you. So you can see this, the actual, like, vision of it here. It's got that, like, crooked winged hawk or eagle. I'm not entirely sure what it looks like here. With the 14 sights on it too. Like, I assume that this is like the Saint 14 exotic for the season. So that's there. I agree. It's very gorgeous. It looks awesome. The cool thing is too, I don't know if you saw that or not, when you fire it, I guess just like it's probably based on the sundial to where these parts move down here. I wonder if it's going to function similar to Wave Splitter, where based off the cadence at which you shoot, it's going to have different effects. I don't really know, but just kind of an idea that was in my brain when I saw that the first time. Rustlance is back. This is probably one of my favorite PvP maps. It's just a fun map. I feel like there's a bunch of different ways to play it. A lot of good sight lines that are mid, short, and long range. I'm curious where Heavy is going to spawn. But I'm excited for this map to come back.
Triple down.
Oh, that's the new rocket launcher, I'm pretty certain, too, in the season. Yeah, okay, it's got the Cabal marking on it, too. So there's going to be, similarly to how this season, Season of the Undying, had an auto rifle, the Pluperfect, and the machine gun, we seemingly are going to have a rocket launcher for certain. That I know. The other weapon, to me, looked like a scout rifle. But we'll get to that later. But that's what that is. You can see the red war symbol on it. Or I guess the ball symbol on it.
Why, your light is savage.
All right. Gets a kill with the scout rifle, right? Reloads for a thing. And then fires, to me, what looks like to be bursts of electricity. That kind of reminds me of like a fusion rifle. A little bit. Like the fusion rifle bolts. It looks like it was firing it in groups of 3. So it looks like a really amped up version of Kill Clip. It's called railgun rounds. Yeah, you can call it that. But yeah, that'd be really rad if it was a kinetic that had an energy component to it. But I really like that idea. Similarly to how like the Ariana's Vow is a special hand cannon. I don't want to say it's going to be a special scout rifle, but I'm wondering if it's like Kill Clip version of that weapon will behave similarly to the special weapon damage. We'll see. But yeah, it does look like a railgun too, because like it even amps up. I really want to see the bolts come out of it. It's hard for me to tell. I like how they're coming back into existence. It happens so quick. I don't know. I'm curious, man. Yeah, I would say it's primary ammo still for certain. I'm just using the Ariana's Vow as an example of a weapon that's behaving differently than its intended nature, than like what you think about for a scout rifle. I want to see that first bullet come out of it. Interesting. So it looks like it came out of your gun almost like to the right, and then it goes in a spinning corkscrew forward, which is interesting to me. And then it hits his target. Splat. It looked like it needed 2 shots to kill him, though, but I wonder if it has AoE to it, because this other guy dies immediately. Or if a target dies to it, they explode with Dragonfly. So either way, that looks awesome. And those definitely were body shots, too, so... Maybe,
Bring
Joey,
the sky
maybe.
down upon them.
And then he's in the dark future, where I guess he dies at. But yeah, that's the trailer. I'm really, really excited for it. I'm excited for tomorrow, because tomorrow they're going to be able to tell us more about the sundial and all that stuff. So if you watch this on YouTube, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I'm going to go over the actual media stuff they posted now. Well, if you want to see that, come over to Twitch. Come hang out. I love you. Have a good one.